everybody. Trying to remember what I'm doing. That's right, I did want to talk to this guy.
More than prepared.
Another step forward.
Oh, that's right.
Seek and you shall find me. All's well that ends. Oh, not as bad as it could have.
I will ascend. Let my name be known.
Blood
Very
comes easy
sad.
these days.
Ready.
Survival is all that matters. What fools these mortals be.
Victory awaits.
Oh yeah. She's 5th level. Attacks twice in a round.
No choice but to keep going.
Oops.
I am fury. I am death.
Damn.
Battle of wits.
I will ascend.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Swift and lethal. Let my name be known.
Death is but a word away.
Need to stay focused.
Well, so much for peace.
What should I do?
A tale for the ages. Indeed.
Victory awaits.
I should have done that on the big guy with his 1 HP. Oh well.
Another fight. Let's go.
Time to strike.
Can't even catch my breath.
Swift and lethal.
one can't always be a gentleman.
My faith will protect me.
Take your
Onward.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Let me recite their demise.
Oops.
What's the plan?
Ah, I knew there was one somewhere.
Got to focus. Time to meet your maker.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Let's end this. I will ascend. Make way.
Unleash me.
Time to push my luck again.
Victory awaits.
I speak, they burn.
2D dead, just 5 damage.
Can't afford to let up. On I go.
Still on my feet. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Gone with the weave.
I am fury. I am death. Can't give up.
Very well.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let's get going.
Let me work my magic.
No one stopped me yet. What path lies before me?
Sniz, what is this key I just gotta go to? L's. Gonna be some shit. I got a key for a chest I picked the lock on already.
No time to rest.
Medium brain moves, guys.
At the ready.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Time to press ahead.
I sniped pretty good. Okay. Could just be that it is what it is for now. Let's go practice Squid Face.
Perhaps after I finish my research here, I'll join her.
Oh, there it is.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
What's up for discussion?
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared? These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omelion turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
The acidic liquid tightens your throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt of agony straight to your stomach.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences
I don't think it's
your
poison.
mind, you may find
I don't
yourself
know, I'm immune to
acting
disease though.
irrational. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
Oh, no, don't cast that. Shoot. And stuff like this is why I picked no. I didn't even look to see what the difficulty was. I was just like, throw on all the buffs.
Dark holes bite at the edges of your vision. The void cannot draw you in. The temple spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
Absolute minimum. But it passes.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omelon, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling. Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis. Yet that power may grow beyond your control. I have another intermediate solution, if you are in need. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
Is I wish there was an option where like, can I come back later? You hold on to this for now, because you seem to be legit, but like I don't want I don't want to wall off one direction or the other.
A bold strategy. It is not many that can defeat their own minds.
How did it?
If you require it on another occasion,
There we go.
merely ask. I have never seen anything like it, Blur. Is my species evolving?
For rent.
Looking into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone. Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Quiet! Or your meat will fill my belly. You disturb me still. Enough. Away from here.
Purple worm. Sorry, there's a bit of glare. I'm trying to figure out where. Sure hope I don't kill that dwarf. Or gnome or whatever that, you know. I hope I don't kill that lady's husband trying to get to him.
All right. What now?
Oof.
Don't waste a step.
No time to dally.
Let's see if I can actually save him.
I'll feel that one later. can't slow down. Let's move. With haste. Can't give up now. Salutations. I've got a long road ahead.
Have you spoken with Skris? Oh.
Try to make this
After I
quick.
finish my research here, I'll join.
I greet you, child of the sun. The
Omelium,
You must drink the entire draught,
the acidic liquid.
not as the
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber. Dark, hobbitant fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull. The cold blades lose their edge. The parasite swells, it surges and
Omelum.
That lava is like nothing. Such an outcome was not in my Yet I would offer it as a gift. A book. If you require.
One day I'll catch a break.
Anything like it, no. It's my species.
You know, like there's a theory that the reason why, theory behind jackalopes, the rabbits that have the rabbits that have like horns like a deer. There's a fungus that like infects. I don't think it infects their brain, but it infects their head and like grows spores or sprout or fruiting bodies that look like horns from a distance, and that might be the reason why they there's the whole thing about jackalopes. And to me, that's just
Friendly looking shadow.
creepy, creepy.
Breathe deep and move.
eager for battle.
Sadly, Lizelle's not a talker, but she does have the... Never mind.
Taking my time in the shadows.
What spells do I have for you?
Does this count as adventuring? Stop! Stop! Bibba Bang!
You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores. Highly flammable.
I know that. Scroll. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere. Thank you. Thank you.
Quick save. Oh, cabbages. Ah. So you just screwed me here, man. Let's see.
Yes?
There we go.
What if I just... No, no. Bad idea. I need that bag.
I'm looking for it. Uh-oh. Might be a good backup.
Looking ahead.
Wait. How'd I get here?
That's why we did the save beforehand. This time.
What's next, I wonder?
Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hit the wrong hotkey. Can't take out the dog. Will I load this up again?
God. I can finally breathe.
All right. What now?
Oh,
Time to press ahead.
I guess it worked out.
Ah, right. What were you saying? Damn it! I must need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. You know, like it's a double negative, where somehow two wrongs made the right, two mistakes cancel each other out. Point is, that guy's alive. I'm alive. That's a win. Oh shit. Maybe we can't anyway.
Best be on my way.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent. Lead the way.
Alrighty.
But do I have to haul it around?
I am.
No, an owlbear.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here, I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine. By all means, go and enjoy yourself. I'll be here, waiting for the sunrise.
I'm fine.
Loosen up, Icaron.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you. And behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Try not to get too close, Cal.
Yeah.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
Mm.
Don't let me drag you away. Enjoy yourself. You've earned the night of revelry.
Okay.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? One raunchy ballad.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Nyogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet, they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your sweat. I mean to taste it.
This is how she flirts.
Yes, sex. A night such as this calls for flesh to feast on, and I have chosen the sweetest. You know the fortune of my company. Another fortune yet stands before you. A warrior's flesh, rarely tasted. Think if you must. The chance will pass come light of day.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
People?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later.
Shadowheart trails off and glances around at the party. She turns back to you, mildly surprised you're still there.
I thought you might have wanted to mingle with the others. True, but I thought you might not want to linger with me. We haven't always seen eye to eye, after all. Besides, I'm sure there's plenty of people who'll be keen to celebrate most thoroughly with you. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said I disliked you. It's just, we have some work to do to get on each other's good sides. And yes, I'm sure there's someone out there for you. Gale's been stealing a glance or three in your direction. Maybe you would, but I'm not cruel enough to get your hopes up, in spite of what some might believe. Oh, you do you? I'm not some dewy-eyed tiefling maiden you just saved. You'll need to do a lot more legwork before I commit to any hip work. For now, don't worry. There'll be plenty of fun for you tonight. Just not in my tent. What, some advice on how to make me more bearable? All right, if you like. Respect my mission, my beliefs. Keep us focused on finding a cure. If you do that, well, I see no reason why we shouldn't get closer. Now, enough about me. You should go see who'd like to spend the night with the savior of the grove.
I mean, maybe it's just my experience, but usually people aren't quite so open. Like, this is how you bang me.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
All I needed was the 2.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
What you up to, Withers?
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
Something like goblins swarmed, but we were brave and fried them all with a thunder wave.
But that's not what happened.
Go on. The others will kill me if I keep you all to myself.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know. And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
You have given in. Yes.
So awkward.
You lie down for the night, I will come, and I will take what is mine. Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out. Let me show you. Close your eyes and submit.
See how that goes. More chance to roll dice. The nerd is coming out.
I am ready.
Awkward smooching. I understand that noise has to be there, but at the same time, it also is like...
You awake in pain. Your back, your hands, even your tongue ache.
It's time to rise. Dawn is upon us. Time for pleasure has passed. I might take more later, should my whims so carry me. Up now. The sun soon rises.
Every breath, every blink proves exhausting. A long day awaits.
It's the opposite of you have awakened full rest, well rested.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
The shadow fell?
So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
We've been there.
Anakin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. You've already been. Impressive. You'll make me redundant at this rate. What did you find? Keep looking. If they're present, then it's likely there's a route to Moonrise somewhere. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely. But if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. Unfinished business. and a lifetime of regret to repair.
Don't druids hit a point where they get like
Thorm and his dark justiciars
stop
years
aging?
ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. May Sylvanus guide us.
I don't know. It's hard to mix up this composition.
Oakfather's blessings to you. Hopefully. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problem. Actually wants such a...
Lose a follower or two.
I guess the dialogue options with all the other people as well. See if these goblins cleared out. Okay. Close enough. They're not attacking me.
That might be worth a look. Smoke. Something's burning.
Would be reckless. Teaches certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear. Steel our blades and temper our hearts for the battles in this life and next. He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the Fist. A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
I hear shouts.
Have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
We'll never put this fire out. You're better off helping anyone trapped inside.
Graduate Raven Guard could be inside. Don't just stand there. Push!
I'll take it.
Inside, hurry! We don't have much time. Hello? Can you hear me? We hear you! Stay where you are!
Inspiration everywhere. Ooh.
The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
You're in my way.
Okay.
now.
We can talk when you get me out of here.
Oh. Ow! That hurt a lot.
Wounds are too much to bear.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to do there. Gale.
Pineapple.
Okay, so it does work. Sort of.
Spell a day.
I can't tell if this is working or not.
Please help me.
That's just obnoxious. Just obnoxious. Like, I'm dying in the burning building because I can't. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but all, like, it's different. I feel like it's different for like a D&D game versus a computer game because like there's so much more fiddliness. You know, like, is that a thing I can interact with? This door is broken. You are stuck. Okay, then what?
To be done. I'm certain the journey specifically. It's wait to get to this any who linger are twisted. Long ago,
Dark just
Aradan from. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal. You've already been. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Town. Mesa.
slow down.
My faith will guide me. Need to keep going.
Let's move. Breathe deep and move.
Oh, those are... Oh, actually, let's check that out. Oh, they're gnolls, okay. I thought they were werewolves.
Still on my feet.
No gloom, all doom. Toasty.
Have to keep going. Smoke. Something's burning.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. He of the unsleeping eyes. Steel our blades and temper our hearts for the... He should never have been here in the first place. A massacre. Please, just leave me be.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Grand Duke Ravengard could be inside. Don't just stand there. Push!
Advantage is nice.
inside! Hurry! We don't have much time. Hello? Can you hear me? We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out! Help me!
Great God, help.
Let's get going.
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when
Moving ahead. The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Not now!
Great God, help. Teach us care
We can talk! Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait. Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
You. Count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you. I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
my brother called.
Moonrise Towers, along the old road. That place is cursed. Few could survive there, unless darker forces are at work. This was no random attack. The Grand Duke was their target. The invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city's collapse is certain. I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. Thank you. Approach the towers with care. The land itself has been swallowed in shadow. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist to work.
Need to find a way forward.
The fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
Beefcake! Hey, Nance! How you doing?
Almost.
Have you come to drop more lore on demi-deities?
No.
That's always interesting.
How the hell do we get out of here?
The door.
The smoke. I can't see it. Right. I'll try to keep up.
Is he dead? Come on.
Eager for battle.
I don't have any off the top of my head. Trying to think. There's. Could ask about the Grimforge. You know anything about that? That was interesting to me. Oh, no. Who are the fists of the fire fists or whatever from Baldur's Gate? I've never heard of them.
Still alive. So that's progress. At the ready.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, my mic just echoing. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, these were here a moment ago.
No harm in a little
Yeah,
conversation.
the fist recruits and them.
Action, not reaction.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. With haste.
Slaughtered everyone. Miri! Miri! Where are you? Miri! Miri! My wife. She was outside when the goblins came. She was wearing a green blouse, brown hair.
I hope she wasn't the one that I found by all the knolls.
Thank you. She can't have gone far. Gods, where is she?
So yeah, when I wandered into this Joaquin's refuge, I met these like group of militants. It seemed the Fist of Baldur's Gate. I don't know exactly what they do, but yeah, yeah. Are they just kind of like in it for the money, or do they have ideological or political motives as well?
That might be worth it.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt.
Is that Duke Ravengard that they were talking about? All right, so let's start closer to the beginning, because I love deep dives for one. You know, I am tangentially like knowledgeable to things in the Forgotten Realms. Like, you know, I've done research and watched a lot of Mr. Rex videos for sure. But you know, prior to this, the only Baldur's Gate games I had played are Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 1 and 2. And, you know, they have some interesting things. I remember liking, like, Luvia Bloodmire and her kind of Frankenstein House of Horrors. I remember thinking that was very cool. But as far as, like, the political ties that everyone has together, I know very little, other than, you know, some of the big ones, like Drow Slavers in the Underdark. So how did Baldur's Gate come to be? Who said this is a good place, and who's in? You know, why is Duke Ravengard or whatever his name was in charge? Green blouse.
Surprised this hay hasn't gone up in flames yet.
The imperious elf's got the red eyes and pale skin of a white, and I'm not convinced. It is over where I am concerned. It is through. Yet I do not recommend. The next resolution may not end in her favor. Mark, you might as well ask me to gouge out my eye. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Let's roll an inspiration. Let's roll an inspiration die on that too. Hey.
Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me.
That's new.
I have no need of this depraved power. You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied
Fucking
Gith
hag.
and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
Okay. Named after Balduran. So it was just kind of a fortification, and it kind of grew from there. I imagine it became like, you know, trade routes and all that. It just kind of grew over time because you know, people were like, this is a safe place to be, and then it got too big, and then there's a lot of crime, and it's not a safe place to be. Does seem to be one of the most happening places in Faerun, though. That's for sure.
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your direction.
No. No.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
I forgot to cast my Speak with Animals.
Time to press ahead.
Swords meet sorcery.
No time to waste.
City's got to function. Taxes are important.
On the move.
Wink.
I will ascend.
Nothing important is ever easy.
What should I do?
Is there calm emotions?
No choice but to keep going.
Your breath has killed the
dead, twice saved.
End this.
Death is but a word away. It shall be done.
Victory awaits.
Creator, destroyer.
Got to press on.
I don't want to kill the cow.
Onward.
Can't give up. I am fury. I am death.
Quick, is there a hotkey for? Oh, I can deal non-lethal damage. That's right.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Passives. There we go.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Should mind my step.
One of my thoughts, like maybe that was that guy's wife got turned into a cow somehow. I mean, it seems absurd, but it seems to also happen quite a bit. Uh-oh.
Green
There she
blouse,
is.
brown hair. That must be Mary. She's not breathing.
Indolence breeds madness.
So it has a messy history, which kind of makes sense with it just being always the center of everything bad. Where is this guy? There he is.
Miri! Miri! At least things have stayed interesting.
Miri! No! Gods, no, no, no! You should have stayed. You should have been with me.
Here's my problem with this particular moment. Is I've long said that death is apparently for poor people in D&D. I have Revivify.
I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here. I'm sorry, Miri. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. Oh, Miri. No.
See, Tarkin must be a playable character. Like, imagine the relief on this guy if I could bring his wife back to him. The game says no.
No time to rest. Another step forward.
Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Like, paladin oaths and churches, like they could spend some time and like have funds be like, oh, the Revivify fund, you know. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but still, like. This is why Upper City, Old Town, and Lower City are protected from each other. Ah. No bad blood, but there's a wall that serves as a reminder to keep your place, peasants. Oh. Well, never fucking mind then. Oh, okay. Still, well, you're right. Additionally, target creature must have died in the last minute. You are correct as far as Revivify goes, but I mean, I'm talking about like on the grand scheme of things. There's also Raise Dead. Well, not Raise Dead, but I guess it is Raise Dead. I don't want to get it mixed up with Necromancy, but you know, like you can pay, you know, the ones that cost money. Raise Dead, Necromancy, 500 gold. As long as it's been dead less than 10 days. Now, I'll grant you, I'm not at that level yet, but 5th level Necromancy. I'm not going to be at that level for a while. But, you know, it's just something that's never really brought up. And, you know, yeah, it kind of gives adventurers kind of impunity. And then all of these little towns that just get massacred by whatever, they're like, on your own. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have that in a campaign where some utterly diabolical hobgoblins just cut off the head of every victim so they can't be revivified or raised. But, you know, I'm talking about, like, you know, people who die from disease, people who die from an injury, you know. In ye olden times, accidents happen. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've never seen anyone address that. So, Now, I'll be honest, it's not an easy thing to address. I'm not sure I've really spent time to address that. But luckily, right now, I don't have a whole lot of players who are playing clerics. So that simplifies things. But I do have a campaign where it would make sense for that to be a thing. But I thought Resurrection... Well, Resurrection lasts up to, like, a certain number of years, right? Yeah, no more than a century. That didn't die of old age and isn't dead. Or, sorry, isn't undead. So... And, you know, there's a lot more you can play with it. It is expensive. Which is why I come back into saying, death is for poor people. And then you have these altruistic factions, you know, paladin orders, clerical orders, where like, oh, you know, maybe not all of them. Like, you know, take a Shadowheart here, for example. Like, I doubt Shar cares about the common people. Just as a off the cuff, the vibe. That's the vibe I get from her. But there are deities that do, and especially in homebrew, just anything. So then you're making then basically you're putting a value on human and humanoid life by saying, well, sorry, you're a 70-year-old
Parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
What corpse? Oh, I guess they got him out.
All quiet. Mia must have died, which means he won't.
The decaying corpse lies before you.
I'm okay with this. I got frustrated. I couldn't figure out how to save him anyway, and I didn't like him. So. We're going to re-roll that. There we go. But yeah, it's you know, your 70-year-old grandfather who's been raising you since you were a wee child. Well, I mean, doesn't really have a whole lot of years left in him anyway, so we're just not going to spend the 500 gold to revive him. And this is to say he didn't die of old age. They are, and that is something that I do also try to incorporate, where paladins are kind of like the WHO.
The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body.
But like this, you know, yeah, it still kind of applies to resurrection. You know, why stop at just?
Catches your eye.
Why stop at
It
just?
seems. Though no light flickers within.
The light's been snuffed out.
It's just
Only ash at the bottom.
pure disease. I could have sworn I had proficiency with Arcana. That might have been another character.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
That's fucked up. Sure, just burn all my inspiration dice here. I'm fucked. Damn it. One of you other guys, look at this thing.
Nothing about the lantern strikes you as unusual.
And yeah, I do like that where angels, devils, and demons, you know, creatures that you can have that Faustian bargain with. And that in and of itself is one way to take it, but again, like it's so, I guess to me it's so prevalent and rarely addressed. Give that to Kale or something. Have him look at it.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Broken moon lantern catches your eye. Its glow now snuffed out.
There we go. Use my other characters. Also roll higher than a 4.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death. You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but
Or
magic.
Pixie. Man, I'm glad I really wasted an inspiration point on that knowledge.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Whose head is 5 pounds? This guy's got a fat head. Just go back to the Myconids and give him this guy's head. I'm sure he had a whole host of information that he could have told me. Or there was a plot thread or something, but I just couldn't figure out how to get to him. There we go.
Peace bringer, be at home.
Yeah. You're right. I do, and
You are one with spore. Your throat tightens, then relaxes. The air is serene, your mind untroubled.
The songs we sing now carry your spirit.
Ooh.
I first named you Peace Bringer. I now name you Kin Spirit.
Cool. But yeah, that's why cults are so prevalent in D&D though, because of this. Now, I'm not sure you could terraform a desert with create water. 10 gallons is a lot, and 30 gallons is a lot. But I mean, over the course of a day, the desert's gonna dry that up. But it does delve in, like, I like these concepts because, like, I always liked delving into the Netherese.
The drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
What does that do? The noble Aurel will be tempted to stalk on the way up or down. So, like garnering this power to raise the dead? Is that what you mean? Or like making a deal as they die? Be like, no, I'll sell something to revive myself. There we go. Just do. Oh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's better than just being able to cast Raise Dead. I'm not, like, I can just swap back and forth, but I am unimpressed. This music kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong 64, though. Same kind of energy as, you know, Banjo-Kazooie and other rare games.
Very well.
Yes. You could really fuck up a whole ecosystem with the magical items. And the Netherese routinely did.
Look at that. Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's
Yeah.
your doing. His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough. Love. Never heard of it. Balin's meek now, but he used to be a rotten old bastard. Treated me like an old shoe for 70 years. Losing his mind was the only good he ever did by me. Please, Balin's got a job to do. We can leave when he's done it. Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Boulder's Gate. The locals go mad for it. Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss. Probably. But Balin in his right mind wasn't worth half of noble stock. I know him better than anyone. Got the scars to prove it.
And why were you married?
I'll go myself.
Bibberbang. Of course, it was Bibberbang. My friend. Bibberbang. Curious. Beautiful. But dangerous. Next time. More careful next time. For certain. Thank you for your help. Hey? Oh, you may be right. And worse. Yes. Worse by the day. Should have waited for dinner. Anyway, what were you saying? Mushroom. Powerful. Did it once it for a brew. She's very good, my did it. Very good at a brew. Noble stock. Yes. there it needs noble stock. Mushroom. Good stuff. And the ledge. Yes, I was on a ledge. Crumbled to bits. And I tumbled down. The shop. Anything sourced here. Very high rate of profit.
So why would an angel not try to do that for every soul that passes by them? Or every demon? Like, you know, when they enter this realm of judgment, right? Because like isn't there like a realm of waiting where like companion, also known as Aumentator's Gift, was created by Zariel to destroy a vampire lord. As a response, the Fine Prince resulted in El Turio being transported. Is El Turio a place, like a city?
The corpse does not respond.
Seems simple enough.
Right tool will do the trick.
Well, that's it then. I can't jump any further.
The false and the faithless tend to be judged harshly. Plus, gods tend to avoid messing with each other's faithful. Makes sense, especially if they have potentially becoming petitioners. Although major outsiders could merge with one god over time. Yes. True. But again, you're just like I guess back to my point, maybe I'm too altruistic then, because like I would imagine a second chance should be offered to a great many people. Where the fuck does mirror come from?
Oakfather's blessings to you. Though I helped overthrow. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Perhaps. But we'll need... Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Because yeah, back to what I was saying, like, if even though not everyone can make a meaningful difference with a second chance, that well, I guess to me that what that's saying. Is like it's still picking and choosing. Like there are just some people who are just bone, you know. All this power. True, but I mean, like, but not all the gods are dicks. There are some that are more altruistic than others, and I understand they have a limitation on their power, but well, yes, resurrection must be willing. I would still imagine that anybody who lost their child would go to their deity, and for most good aligned deities, I would feel like it would behoove them to attempt to raise the child, resurrect the child. So a lot of ways that could go. You know, you know, the gods are not infinite in their powers, and they cannot foresee the futures. Who's to say? Who cannot make a meaningful impact with a second chance? Now, that being said, I could also see the counter argument of it like mortality is what makes life worth living. And when you know that you're going to get another chance, you may not appreciate the one you have. Just like in the Puss in Boots movie. Yeah. But I would also imagine that most people would want their existence to be more than just to be one of a number, to be a statistic. You know, it is a goal usually of it to join your deity, to be a part of your deity, and to strengthen them, and to join a collective, I guess. But also at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not complacent to just be one. If I have the opportunity to still do more good in the world, you know, why stop if you still have more to give?
This must be the forge. What a sight to behold.
Still breathing.
Longer the case. It is, and the things that you the things that you did in your past life affect your future lives. And I have a player who is living that. His entire campaign was shaped by the things that his character did in his past life. So you're right, it does hit harder when you know it to be true. And then I guess the question is, I know that the base of it is really just so that players can keep playing their character, but there's a lot of nuance to play around in there. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really see it addressed. I don't see it addressed here. I started the game with a scroll of Revivify. Why? Because my character is important, because I am the player. And that's fine. That's for the game. But I think there's also a lot that could be played with that to kind of keep everything in perspective. See, like, I spent hours. My mic is off. My mic is off. Really? It shouldn't be. Like, it says it's working. Gods can be good or evil. Their powers, they have their own laws, their own rules. Religions are parasitic in nature, since the faith and power are put to the good ones by watching over the faithful and keeping the countless horrors from shedding reality. P.S. My mic is off. If my mic is off, I don't know what to do with it, because like it's telling me it's working. I could have just turned away from it. Sometimes that happens. But it is definitely, I do get the, yeah. Religion definitely does have to pick and select a few to give the power to. But as to how that power is used, I mean, it is dictated by your deity, but yeah, I still think that it can be done. It's costly. But, we have hospitals now that are mostly charity based, so I don't think it's out of the question. So I'm just kind of wander around over here, see if I can find a way forward. Because I spent a long time wandering around that forge to see if there's anything. Well, first off, I was trying to see if I could get me to near, but it was not. So, but now I am trying to find a different way forward. Keep talking, and Halson says there's a way to the Moonrise Towers. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I could have saved Nur, and yeah. God's not doing their jobs or going above and beyond in the name of good, evil, law, chaos. Pisses off the Overgod because it upsets the cosmic balance and balance that every deity serves by embodying their treasures. Yeah, but there are plenty of yeah, see, like I don't know what to do about that. Give me a sec. Testing. Yeah, okay. Everything on my end is telling me my mic works. But yeah, to your point of the Overgod, there are forces that don't really care about balance.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
And I'm not saying that's everyone, but that's gonna blow up in my face. Boop 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 boom. Boom. Oh, it literally did blow up in my face. There we go. You roll enough dice, you'll get the number you want eventually. I think that was a good one to spend all that effort on. What does this do? Lightning aura. How do I get lightning charges? Is this an activated thing? I have changed nothing and you can hear me now? Like I don't get it. Weird. Yeah, nothing that I'm looking at is giving me any indication. Yeah, weird. I'm not sure. I will say though, so yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, there are some beings who just don't care about balance. So to have that be the end all be all answer, I'm not sure I agree with that, but that was an interesting thing. I'll have to check out over here next time, because clearly there is, well, not clearly, but I think there's something over here I haven't explored. Halston seemed to be pretty confident there's a way forward from here, and I don't know what it is. Yeah. Yes. And that would be a choice for the, the overgod, I guess us, the dungeon master. That would be a choice for them to make about who's getting away with what. And and you're right, there is a balance to be had. But on the scale, or on the level of these deities and these peoples, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of death cults out there that do get away with what they want. So, that's why there's always adventurers. Like it always feels like there's evil or neutral or just things that are going on that are already upsetting the balance away from good. And then, there's also the arc where like you have this good. Let's say you let it get away with its altruism. That altruism will eventually kind of turn itself into evil as people lose sight of everything. They lose sight of why they started on that journey, and that's what leads them on a path to evil. So, it could be a cyclical thing where like the balance will correct itself eventually just because mortals are fallible, and deities as well. Cyric is completely insane, got away with all manners of crimes and trust because he embodies his role, and somehow ends up being dicks to gods who fucked around long enough for the Overlord to consider they found out. Then yeah, like I said, and as you said, then that's a thing for the Overgod and the Dungeon Master to balance. But that doesn't, like, I don't think that paladins that, super goody two-shoes paladins are worried about balance. They're worried about doing good. Their tenet is to do good. So they will do good to a fault. Because that is what they do. And I think, like, setting up charities to just resurrect anybody who dies under some unfortunate circumstances is very reasonably a part of that. And that would also bring multitudes of followers to that paladin's deity because, hey, that guy helped us, Villagers are very, the villagers will absolutely go to the person that helps them. Which is why those devils make those bargains. It's up to us, the game master, and the writers, to have that balance. But not necessarily for the NPCs to. Because I mean, also in real life, do when you do a good thing, and maybe you do, but for me, I don't. If I do a good thing,
The Dwagar are sending a message.
I don't turn around and do a bad thing for balance. Trial of Cyric is epic. He pointed out that he was doing his job as a god of madness while Mystra and the game were trying to better the multiverse. All charges drops, taps on fingers, and he gets to keep the divinity while in prison. Yeah. And that could be a thing as well. Where like, hey, somebody, maybe some evil deities let him out of prison because like, oh, he's on our side, and then he just fucks them up in everything they do because they've upset the balance. I think that would be very interesting. Hello, hello. What is this thing? It's a harper.
What an odd emblem. Don't think I've seen it before.
Lothsworn Drow Harper. Interesting. Raise dead. Speak with dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Zahan, Harper Scout. Cultists, threat to Baldur's Gate. Jahira's orders.
Jahira? Can't say I know the name.
Scout. Harper. God. Interrogate.
These are stupid questions. How do I find Jahira?
Dwergar cultist. True souls command.
Dumb questions.
The spell's power wanes.
Dumb questions.
You can ask no more questions.
A cosmic ass beating. Yeah? Oh, cool. Elevator. Okay. There's a lot of gnome slaves that died. Revivify, 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 revivify. Wet doors. Do I have knock? The hell?
You have my attention. That way.
What's waste dimension door? Oh, dimension door doesn't take everybody with you anymore, does it? You and one adjacent ally. Okay. We might hold on to that one then. So, I have to go. I have an interview. So, it was nice talking to you, Dance. I always enjoy it. I'm looking forward to next time. Save. And yeah, you're definitely a gold mine for no one's stuff. So I like to. Let's see, here you go. More stuff. The Primeval Pact is a great example of the balance. The gods complained as Modius was tempting mortals and making them devils for the blood war. It was either legislate the shit out of it or make Asmodeus a god on the spot, since he did more good than anyone by repurposing evildoer souls and fighting the abyss into a stalemate. When you think about it, the long-term good was overwhelming, so he was given overwhelmed evil. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I like it. And it's also kind of a thing about how these things balance themselves out, and they balance themselves out in a way. Like I was saying, like, the true altruism, where like eventually it will boomerang around into being something not what you intended. It might take generations, but it can happen and it will. But as I said, I must go.